Welcome back, everybody. The Cameron K. Gallagher Foundation has added a new toolkit to their suite of free mental wellness resources. This one addresses self-esteem and body positivity. We all know those are sensitive topics, especially when it comes to teens. Katie Reagan-King from the foundation is here to talk about the new project. Good morning.
Good morning.
What a wonderful resource to offer teenagers, because these issues, they're tough ones to navigate.
They are, and we want to try to equip teens with the toolkit that they need so that as they transition into adulthood, they have those tools to navigate those tricky things like body image and self-esteem.
So tell us, for folks who may not be familiar with the Cameron K. Gallagher Foundation, there was a young lady who had that name. Tell us about her and how this segued into this foundation.
Sure. So Cameron was an amazing girl who struggled with mental health. And so it was her mission to try to reduce the stigma surrounding it and to advocate for teen mental health. And so the foundation is really Cameron's dream that we are creating with our mission and doing with our different toolkits, and creating accessible, free materials to help equip teens with the skills that they need to develop positive coping skills and navigate the world.
So within the toolkit, when we're talking about positivity and all of these other issues, what are some of the tools that are included in it?
Sure. So we include a lot of different worksheets, activities, videos, and the videos are from different mental health professionals. We also have athletes, actors, people you see in the media telling their stories and how their mental health journeys have what they have found helpful in navigating that, and so hopefully that kids can see themselves in the videos as well. There's also reflection questions. There's a journal that goes along with the digital toolkit that has prompts for kids to kind of reflect, try to find being able to verbalize what it is that they are feeling, because when we're able to name it, a lot less shame can be attached to it. And yeah, so that's exactly what we're trying to do. The toolkit talks on body neutrality is ultimately the goal, is to navigate health at every size, learning about diet culture, learning about negative self-talk, and developing media literacy skills so that while they're scrolling on social media, they're able to think critically of what's a filter, what's been photoshopped, what is true and what is real, and how can I curate my feed to have positivity and have representation to try to normalize that.
Oh my goodness, thank you, thank you, thank you. I wish I had this when I was a teenager, because these are things that we have these ideas when you look in a magazine, when you look on TV, that this is what life is, and it isn't for 99% of people, and it's not even a lot of times for the people who are maybe the models in the magazine.
Right, it's not even true for them.
Exactly. So do you find that the teens appreciate having this kind of dialogue?
Yeah, a lot of it is just realizing that you're not alone in these feelings. A lot of the shame comes because you think you're the only one feeling this way, or you're the only one comparing yourself in this way, but we all are. And so to normalize that and empower them to realize that the more we talk about it, the more that we can reduce the shame that's attached to it, and the less scary these concepts can be, and the more that we can grow together, knowing that we're all in this together and no one person is feeling this way. We all are at different times.
I love this conversation. Thank you for being here today, navigating those roads to be here with this important message today.
Of course.
Really, really appreciate it. Once we talk about it, we can make it more manageable. For more information on the Cameron K. Gallagher initiatives, please visit virginiathismorning.com, where you will find a link to more information. Stay with us. Our live show returns right after this.